set up here. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. I think we are live. Good to have you all here. I think we're live. We should be live at this point. Yep. Good to have everybody in here. Orioles baseball tonight. Orioles trying to come off a loss yesterday and looking to get a win. I don't know if they're going to get it or not, but they're hoping for a win. See if they can get one tonight. Good to have everybody in here. I think we're live. Let's just see if I can. Yep, we are live. Okay, good. Okay. Anyway, hopefully some people will come in a little bit. We'll have some people watching the game with us tonight. Orioles, Tigers. Of course, the Orioles are coming off yet another loss. After that 6-game winning streak, they've lost 3 of 4. So it's kind of a bummer for the O's because ultimately you get that momentum of winning 6 in a row. And now all that momentum has kind of been squashed by losing 3 of 4. You're almost right back where you started with all that ground to make up. So hopefully they'll be able to do something tonight against the best team in baseball. Oddly enough, the Detroit Tigers have the best record in baseball right now. Been playing really, really well. And, of course, they got the win yesterday on the Orioles 5-3. And hopefully the Orioles will be able to do something tonight to get back on the winning track. Welcome in, Jeannie. Good to have you here. Appreciate you being here. Again, if you're coming in, folks, please hit that like button. I forgot to put one thing up here that I got to put up. Let's see, where is it? There it is. There's the like goal. We're gonna have to get our like goal right there. Actually, I'll put it up here with the rest of this stuff. Anyway, good to have everybody here tonight. It's going to be fun. Hopefully the O's can get a win and do something with that. But, you know, who knows? They're going to need to do something because they have not been playing well. Yep, we got everything there. Looks good. I'll do that so you guys can see it. There we go. All right, good to have everybody in here. Jeannie's here. Slicer's here. Again, Orioles, Tigers. Let's go over the starting lineups for tonight for the Tigers. Meadows is leading off, followed by Torres. Carpenter's hitting 3rd. Green is hitting 4th. Torkelson's 5th. Perez is 6th. Keith is 7th. Rogers is 8th. And McKinstry is 9th. Mize is on the mound for the Tigers tonight. 2.91 ERA for him. For the Birds, as usual, as lately he's been going on, you have Jackson Holiday leading off, playing second base. Adley Rutschman batting second and catching. Gunnar Henderson 3rd. Shortstop. 4th at first base is Ryan O'Hearn. 5th in DHing is Jordan Westberg. 6th in left field is Colton Cowser. 7th in right field is Ramon Laureano. 8th in center field is Cedric Mullins. And 9th at third base is Ramon Urias. So no Kobe Mayo in the lineup tonight. But we'll see what happens with the O's tonight. Zach Eflin, 4.47 ERA on the mound for the Birds. Again, the O's need a win. It's just that simple. Hit that like button, guys. 6 likes already. Our goal is to get to 30 tonight. Hopefully we'll get there. Where'd the light go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Right. Okay. So they're doing the national anthem as we speak. And we'll go from there. Wow, that's kind of neat. Guy singing the national anthem has no arms. And he's going to play the guitar with his feet as he sings the national anthem. That's pretty cool. Sony 4K's here. Jeannie's here. Slicer's here. Good to have everybody in. As the O's and Tigers. This is it. They faced the Tigers in Detroit earlier in the season. Got swept. Tigers beat them all 3 games. And the Tigers won the first game of this set. So they've won the first 4 games against the Orioles this year. And again, if the Orioles got any shot of winning, it's tonight with Eflin on the mound. Yeah, Slicer, I agree. I just want to see them play up to their potential as well. And they just have not done that whatsoever. You know, they've been, offensively have been just a total, lack of any sort of performance offensively. I mean, we've got Cedric Mullins, who's been out for weeks, is leading the team in home runs, and he's missed significant time. Gunnar Henderson hasn't missed any time. Adley Rutschman hasn't missed any time. Ryan O'Hearn hasn't missed any time. And none of those guys are leading the club in home runs. I mean, the Orioles just offensively, they're 26th, I think, in Major League Baseball in runs scored. So they're definitely struggling to score runs. And the Orioles got to find a way to turn that around. Because the pitching is always going to be suspect this year. We just know that. You have to know that going in. I think we knew that. I knew it, and I'm sure everybody else that's O's fans knew that pitching wasn't going to be the strength. It's going to have to be the hitting that carries this team. And through the first 2 months and 11 days, it has not done that. So maybe they'll start to turn it around at some point. They're getting healthier. They lost Jorge Mateo. He went on the injured list. I don't really consider that a loss. I'm sorry. I've never been a Jorge Mateo fan. I think he's way overvalued on this team. I don't see the value with him. He can't hit a lick. His defense is mid-grade defense. His speed is elite, but that shouldn't be enough to keep a spot on this team. But it does. But anyway, I digress. So Jorge Mateo went on the injured list. They called up who was it? Luis Vasquez. He's gonna be a bit player, late inning defense or pinch runner, stuff like that. He's probably not going to get a lot of playing time. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Offense has got to start picking up. You get Mullins back. You get Westberg back. I think Tyler O'Neill is right around the corner. He's probably going to play later this week. He may play in this Angels series. Gary Sanchez is probably going to come back. He's probably going to be back by the Angels series as well. And that's two more big people you need. As bad as Gary Sanchez has been playing this year for the Orioles, he's an upgrade over Maverick Hanley. At least offensively he is. And Tyler O'Neill is going to be an upgrade over Dylan Carlson. And those are the two guys that I'm expecting to lose roster spots when the time comes. When Tyler O'Neill comes back, I'm assuming it's going to be Dylan Carlson that goes down. Probably mostly because Carlson has options. He still has options. They can option him and not lose him. And same with Maverick Hanley. Same thing. I think he has options left, so you're gonna go after him and have him be sent back down as well. But we'll see. Anyway, first pitch is right around the corner here. I'm going to take a bite of my Butterfinger. You guys can see that. Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger. While we're waiting, I'll be right back. Okay. To his credit so far this year, Jackson Holiday has been like a complete different player for the Orioles. Really having a good season. I think it's bring your dog to the game night too. Everybody's got their dogs there. Slicer says, has anyone else noticed that Povich seems to oppose prosperity? Because every time O's score the very next inning, he gives it right back. It's a pattern. I would tend to agree with you there. I think the thing with a lot of the Orioles pitchers is closing out innings and closing out hitters. I've noticed a lot of times Orioles pitchers get ahead in the counts and leave balls over the middle of the plate and allow hits. Or like last night, Povich had 2 innings in a row where he got the first 2 hitters and then gave up multiple hits with 2 outs and they scored runs. And you can't do that. You've got to be able to finish innings strong. I don't know if it's lack of concentration, which leads to the lack of execution, but whatever it is, he's got to do better at it. And I think that's part of it last night. Hey, Laura, welcome in. Well, Charlie Morton pitches better when Charlie Morton can get the ball over the plate and get, have fastball command. He's struggling this year, but It is what it is. Slicer says, I watch every pitch of every game. Yeah, me too for the most part. And, you know, Povich just, he's still young. I think he's 22, 23 years old. He's still a kid. This is his first full season in the majors. So he's going to have a learning curve there, but he's got to get it soon. And at some point, the Orioles are going to say, you know, this just isn't working. So we'll see. But I'm glad to have everybody in here. Likes are growing. Where are we on our likes already? We are at 9 likes. We're trying to get to 30, so we're getting there. Appreciate everybody being here. As always. Zach Eflin's on the mound for the Birds. Daniel Barry Sports, welcome in. Go O's, right? Hopefully. They need a win. They got to win tonight because tomorrow Tarek Skubel's on the mound for the Tigers. And not only is he one of the best pitchers in baseball, but a double whammy for the Orioles. He's left-handed. Anybody who's been following the Orioles knows the Orioles are terrible against left-handers. 4 wins, 14 losses this year against lefties. All right, folks, we're just waiting for the game to start. Share us out. Let people know we're here. All right, Zach Eflin on the mound. So Slicer says, trying to figure out why the O's don't run more as far as base stealing, that waiting for the big homer isn't happening. I don't know how to look at that. By the way, Eflin this year, 8 starts, 5-2 record, 4.47 ERA, 1.12 whip. Opponents are hitting .260 against him. Slicer, the problem with a lot of it is they get behind early. And it's hard to run. It's hard to run and be aggressive when you're playing from behind. Because what you can't do is you can't take chances. You just can't. You can't run yourself out of innings. You know, you have a 2-0, 3-0, 4-0 lead. You can be a little bit more aggressive. You're putting more pressure on the other team. But when you're playing from behind, it really kind of hamstrings you sometimes. All right, here we go. Hey, Chris, welcome in. I think the key for Zach Eflin today is pretty much the key with any pitcher. First pitch strike, get ahead in the count, change speeds, locate your fastball. Everything is predicated off the fastball, folks. It just is. If you have fastball command and you're able to command your pitches early, especially your fastball, it sets up the rest of your pitches. And that's the key for anybody. You ever notice the best pitchers in baseball have fastball command? It's part of the reason it makes Sagano so good for the Orioles. He has elite command. He doesn't walk batters. He gets ahead and counts. All right, Eflin's set. Here's the first pitch. And there's a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. Sagano doesn't overpower any hitters. He throws 91 to 93 miles an hour, so he's not overpowering. But he knows how to mix his pitches. He knows how to change speeds. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's inside, ball 1, 1-1. And Sagano knows how to keep batters off off balance, and that's what Eflin has to do. Eflin can get it up there 95, 96, but he's not overpowering either. 1-1 pitch. There's a changeup low in the zone, ball 2, 2-1. But it's all about staying ahead in the count. You know, getting ahead with strikes, getting them out with balls. 2-1 pitch on the way. There's a ground ball foul down the line. That evens the count at 2-2. Meadows on the year is batting 185. He's got a 609 OPS. And right now he is even in the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eflin is at the belt. He's set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. There's a called strike 3 on the inside corner. That was a really nice changeup by Eflin. I think he had Meadows looking for something else, and he just did not even offer at it. And that's your first out. 1 down. I guess what happened was the changeup broke to the inside and then broke back over the plate, and Meadows just gave up on it, and it was called strike 3. 1 down for Gleyber Torres, 273 hitter on the year, former Yankee. First pitch to him. There's a swing and a foul off to the first base side, 0-1. Gleyber Torres has always been an Orioles killer. He, when he was with the Yankees, used to hit the Orioles really, really well. So we'll see if maybe make a different story out of it tonight. 0-1 pitch on the way. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Westberg's got it, or Arias has it. Throw to first in time. 2 down. Forgot, Westberg is DHing tonight. So 2 quick outs here in the first inning on 7 pitches. And this is where last night, Cade Povich got in trouble. He'd get the first 2 outs pretty quick, and then he wouldn't be able to get that last out. And, you know, it cost him the game last night. So let's see if Eflin can be a little bit different here. As Carpenter steps to the plate. First pitch. There's a strike. Cutter on the inside corner. 0-1. 273 hitter, 13 home runs, 27 RBIs, 805 OPS for Kerry Carpenter on the season. Eflin's at the belt. The 0-1 pitch is on the way. Here it is. Outside, ball 1. 1-1. Good to have everybody in here. Appreciate you all being here. 12 likes already. We're almost halfway to 30. Carpenter is 2 for 5 with 2 home runs off of Eflin. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2. That was a curveball that really, really, really cut and went right into the ground. And Carpenter couldn't lay off. So he is down in the count, 1-2. And this is exactly what we're talking about now. You got to head with strikes. Let's see if you can get them out with balls right here now. No need to throw something down the middle of the plate. Just make a competitive pitch close to the zone. See if he'll chase. 1-2 pitch on the way. It's a ground ball to the first baseman. He's got it. He's going to step on the bag, and O'Hearn has made the last out. That's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Orioles coming up. No score. Good inning for Eflin. 9 pitches. Very efficient start. Try to keep that pitch count efficient, manageable, which is one of the main issues with pitchers today, especially Orioles pitchers. They're not able to have efficient innings. When they throw anywhere from 17 to 18, 20 pitches per inning, over 5 innings, you're already at 100 pitches. You just can't do that. All right, so coming up for the Orioles, you've got Jackson Holliday, Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson. What I'd like to see from the Orioles is something we don't see very often. And that's first inning runs. First inning multiple runs. They just don't do that on this team. I would love to see them do that tonight. Make sure you get out there and vote, gang, for the All-Star Game. All-Star Game voting has started. You can vote for your favorite players or your deserving players, the players you think deserve to be there. Be sure to vote. I think for the Orioles, Jackson Holliday is actually leading at second base. I know I voted for him. He's played really, really well this year. And here he comes. He's coming to the plate now. 267 on the season with a 758 OPS. The Major League average for OPS is 711. So he's actually better than the average by 40 points. KJ Baby, welcome in. Yep, Tigers playing well. Best record in baseball. First pitch to Jackson. There's a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Tigers are having a good year. They really are. And part of the main reason for them is their pitching. They pitch really well. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Nice splitter right there. So 2 quick strikes on Jackson Holiday. 267, 8 home runs, 27 RBIs on the season. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There's a ball. 0-1. So 1 ball, 1-2. My apologies. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Here's a ground ball foul at the plate. Casey Mize, 2018 overall, number 1 overall pick. Adley Rutschman, number 1 overall pick. Spencer Torkelson, number 1 overall pick. And Jackson Holiday, number 1 overall pick. So you've got 4 number 1 overall picks in this game. 1-2 pitch. Swinging a foul at the plate again. So you've got 4 guys that were the number 1 overall pick in the Major League Baseball draft in different seasons. All right, so Jackson's making him throw some pitches here. This is pitch number 6. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on a splitter. 1 down. Well, that's a good point, Slicer. Every once in a while, I don't disagree with that. I don't know why they don't do that a little bit more often. He's, I think the problem with today's game is the leadoff. Oh, here's first pitch to Adley Rutschman, outside, ball 1. That's not the leadoff hitter anymore. When the day comes when Enrique Bradfield finally makes it to the major leagues and he's the leadoff guy for the Orioles, you'll start to see that come back into play. 1-0 pitch, outside, ball 2, 2-0. But I think you're right. I mean, there's no reason. Third baseman's playing back. He's playing off the line. Why not put a bunt down? 2-0 pitch. Swinging a foul back. 2-1. No, Slicer, you're right. It's just not part of the game anymore, especially for the Orioles. Rutschman is still having issues with the high fastball. Just can't catch up to it. 2-1 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 3. What? Oh my gosh, he called that a strike? Oh my God, that was about that far off the plate, and he called that a strike. Holy cow.
Swing, Tom Hanahan. No, I mean, he barely moved the bat, and that pitch is 4 baseballs off the out.
That was way outside. 2-2 pitch, inside, ball 3. It should have been ball 4. So now it's a full count, 3-2. That ball was about 4 inches off the plate, and he called that a strike. That's terrible. All right, full count on Rutschman. Here we go. There's a fly ball, left field, fairly deep but playable. Left fielder's got it. That's the second out. See, that's the problem I have with the baseball. And we talked about the ABS system last week when we did the game. That should have been ball 4, and the Orioles should have a man on first with 1 out. It totally changes the entire at-bat when these umpires miss these calls. That ball was that far off the plate. It wasn't even close, and he called it a strike. All right, here's Gunnar Henderson. First pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-0. It's just, it totally changes the entire complexion of the at-bat. Just terrible. Gunnar's power numbers are not there. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One pitch on the way. Ball low. 2-1. So Gunners ahead in the count here, 2-1. 2-1 pitch on the way. Outside. Oh my God, he called out a strike too? My goodness gracious, this umpire is killing
Automatic
us.
strikes on anybody?
We got to it in the 8th last night, but I understand why 7 innings earlier it's piquing your interest here.
I just, you know.
See, and they're saying that's terrible. It should be 3-1. Now it's 2-2 again. Just horrible call. 2-2 pitch on the way. Check this swing, ball 3. Again, that should be the second walk in this inning. The Orioles should have first and second, 1 out with 2 walks. Instead, they've got nobody on, 2 outs, and now a 3-2 count. That's ridiculous. 3-2 pitch on the way. Inside, ball 4. This umpire, that's 2 bad calls already in this game. Man. Tom Hanahan is the home plate umpire. He's off to a bad start. All right, here's Ryan O'Hearn. He's in the box. Gunner at first. I wouldn't wait long. I'd let Gunner go. First pitch. Strike right there. 0-1. No, that ball never crossed the plate, Slicer. I agree. 311, 9 home runs, 24 RBIs, 887 OPS for O'Hearn. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. But you were talking earlier, somebody was talking earlier about the Orioles not running. 2 outs, you got your number 4 hitter up. You might as well let him run. Let him run. Gunner can steal. He can run. Let him go. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here it is. Outside. There goes Gunner. Throw to second. Not in time. He steals the bag. So ball 2, and Gunner steals the bag. That's exactly what they should be doing. Take the extra base. Put the pressure on the defense. Gunner got a pretty good jump. Ball was high. For some reason, the catcher kind of double clutched. And that cost him. So now the Orioles got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. They need a big 2-out hit right here. Here's the pitch. Ball 3, 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strikes to Ryan O'Hearn. Let's see what he can do here. 3-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 3-2. See, that's just... I don't like that. I can tell by the way he swung, he was gearing up to hit the ball over the fence. Instead of just shortening his swing, putting the bat on the ball, and trying to poke it into the outfield for a base hit. 3-2 pitch on the way. There's a fly ball. It's going to get down. Nope. Here comes center fielder. He's got it. That's the out. So no runs, no hits, a man left. Top of the second coming up. So Orioles are already 0-for-1 with runners in scoring position, just like that. It's been their Achilles heel all year long. You say what you want about Ryan O'Hearn. I'm sorry, I'm not. He's been in a slump. He was batting like .330 for a while there. He's down to .309. His average has really, really started to go down. That's what I was saying earlier about putting pressure on pitchers while stealing. Yeah, well, they did, and they stole the base, but O'Hearn couldn't get the big hit. It's been the Achilles heel of the Orioles all year long. You get the big 2-out hit right there. Gunner scores, you got a 1-0 lead just like that, and already they're behind the 8 ball talking about the Tigers. But the Orioles can't do it. They just cannot get the big, they can't get the big 2-out hit. I mean, every once in a while they'll do it, but this is a team that's batting right around 200 or less with runners in scoring position. It's bad. Thanks, Sony. Appreciate it. But you got to hope that they can find a way to get this offense going. I think they hoped, and we're really hoping that John Mabry coming in, being a special assistant to the team and being in the clubhouse and in the dugout for these games was going to help the hitters. Hasn't made a difference yet. I don't know if he needs more time, but hasn't really done anything yet At least not something that you can see. Who knows? It seems that way, Slicer. It does seem like they're swinging for the fences with every single pitch. You're exactly right. I don't disagree with that at all. It's very frustrating. When just last night, the Tigers, they'd get a double. Next guy up would just get a base hit and score the run. Next guy would get a double. Next guy would get a base hit and just score the run. It's just good baseball. It's situational hitting, understanding the circumstances, and knowing what's needed. You don't have to do too much. All right, Eflin's first pitch, outside, ball 1. Here's Riley Green. 280 hitter, 13 home runs, 44 RBIs. He's having a good season. 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Outside again, ball 2. 2-0. It's just situational hitting. And these guys, instead of just trying to, put the bat on ball and get a base hit, they're trying, like you said, they're over swinging a lot, and it's rough. So 2-0 count on Green. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fly ball, right field, but that's going to just be foul. Thank goodness, because that ball was gone. But it's foul. Two-one pitch. Did he go? Checked his swing? No, he did not. Strike 2. So 2-2 on Riley Green. Two-two pitch. There's a swing and a foul at the plate. 2-2 again. Good to have all 12 of you in here. Hit that like button, gang. Good to have you here. Be sure to comment. 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball to second baseman. Jackson's got it. Throw to first down. First out. First down. First out of the inning. Slicer says, your point makes me question the hitting approach from these hitting coaches. I would agree. I agree 100%. I'm not happy with the approach. First pitch, swinging a fly ball, center field, going to be playable for Cedric Mullins. He's there. He's got it. 1 pitch, 1 out. I would agree, Slicer, 100%. I'm not happy with the approach these hitters take. I'm not at all. And I got to question, are they watching the game when they're in the dugout? Are they actually watching the game? Are they watching the pitcher? Maybe the pitcher is tipping his pitches. And if you're not paying close enough attention because you're playing around in the dugout, you may not pick it up. Maybe he holds his glove a different way depending upon the pitch. First pitch to the next hitter. Strike to Perez, 0-1. Maybe he holds his glove a certain way when he throws certain pitches. Maybe he, you watch the way he pitches certain hitters, whether he's ahead in the count, behind in the count. Are you watching during the game? 0-1 count. Fly ball, left field, shallow. Here comes Cowser. He's trying. Is he going to get there? He does. And that's the third out. So no runs, no hits, no errors for the Tigers. Going to head to the bottom of the second. No score. Good inning for Eflin. But again, are you watching the game? Are you watching the way the pitcher's pitching the hitters? Are you seeing the ball out of his hand? Are you watching to see maybe he's holding his glove a certain way, like I said? Or maybe he takes an extra second when he throws a certain pitch. Different things that you could possibly pick up during the game to give yourself an advantage the next time you come up. Because sometimes when these hitters come up second, third time through the lineup, I'm like, you look just as lost as you did the first time you were up there. So that kind of stuff worries me. Patrick, welcome in. Patrick Julian, welcome. Being that this is your second channel, I recently subscribed to it. Good evening, Walt, and everyone in the chat. Go Tigers. Well, thanks. I appreciate it, Patrick, and totally fine if you're a Tigers fan, buddy. Yeah, Slicer, I just think that's part of the game. You've got to, I think that's part of the issue sometimes. Here's what I will say. They're all chummy, and they're all best of friends in the dugout. They all get along really, really well. They all enjoy each other's company. They all are like best friends in there. That's fantastic. It's great atmosphere. But sometimes when you're joking around and you're chit-chatting and you're talking during the game, you should be paying attention to the game and not having that chit-chat. Sometimes when teams aren't as close, they don't want to talk to each other. They don't want to chit-chat. So what do? They're focusing on the game because they don't want to focus on the players because they don't get along. And sometimes that's better because then your mind is where it needs to be. It's on the game. You're focusing on the game. You're focusing on the pitcher, the situations in the game, and you're not distracted by other things. And maybe that's an opportunity for the Orioles there. Maybe that's part of their downfall. I don't know. Anyway, here's Jordan Westburg. He hit a home run last night. First pitch to him. Strike. No, called a ball. Wow. Looked like a strike to me. 221, 5 home runs, 7 RBIs. Well, thanks, Patrick. Good to see you, buddy. Second pitch to him. Low, ball 2. 2-0 right now to Jordan Westburg. Hey, John, welcome in. Good to see you. 2-0 pitch. Oh, see, that was a ball. But they called it a strike. So 2-1 on Jordan Westburg. Good to see you, John. Thanks for being here. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Low. Looks like it just caught the zone. 2-2. Good to have you all here. 16 people watching, only 15 likes. Hit that like button. There's a swing and a foul. 2-2. We're going to do it again. Orioles looking to try to find a way to get back in the win column. They really need wins. 2-2 pitch on the way. Here it is. There's a fly ball. Right field hit pretty well. That ball is down. Jordan Westburg's going for a double. Is he going to make it? He is. It was a ball down the right field line. It dropped in front of the right fielder. And then Jordan Westburg, on his horse, just kept going. He was out of the box running, all hustle. And that's a leadoff double here in the bottom of the second inning for the Orioles. Really nice. So just like that, the Orioles have a man in scoring position. And here's Colton Cowser. First pitch to him. Squares the bunt, but that ball is high. 1-0. Now, see, here's where you got a guy like Cowser, a left-hander. You want him to hit it to the right side so you can get the guy to third, and he's trying to bunt. 1-0 pitch on the way, and they're going to pitch him outside. 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Swinging a foul. 1-1. I like Westburg a lot too, Slyster. He's one of my favorite players too. Gunnar and Adley and Holiday are my favorites. I like a lot of the players. I like Cowser. I like Westburg. I like Mayo. I like all of them. Here's the 1-1 pitch. He does square the bunt and he fouls it back. 1-2. So quickly, he tries to bunt that pitch and he fouls it back. And now quickly, Cowser's behind in the count 1-2. But he's still got an opportunity here to get the runner over. Just hit the ball to the right side. Just pull it to the right side and you'll get him to third. 1-2 pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-2. Cowser set. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ridiculous. That's a bad at bat. Just a bad at bat by Colton Cowser. Fouls one back. Tries to bunt. Doesn't bunt it successfully, and then he strikes out. So he doesn't even get the runner over. So now the Orioles, just like that, are 0-2 with runners in scoring position. And here comes Laureano. Just not good. First pitch to him is a swing and a foul back. 0-1. It has been such an incredibly unbelievable failure by the Orioles this year with runners in scoring position. I've never seen anything like it. It's got to be historic how bad they are. It's got to be. Laureano set 0-1 pitch. Swinging right back to the pitcher. A line drive right back to the pitcher, and Westberg gets caught off second. The pitcher turns and throws to second for the double play. That's your inning, guys. Just like that. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left because Westberg got doubled off of second base. Top of the third inning coming up. No score. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And now the Orioles are 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Man. Westberg had his secondary lead. Laureano hit it back up the middle. The pitcher snags it. And Westberg's off the bag. So they throw to second to double him off. That's your inning. That's just bad. Just bad baseball across the board. And again, I don't blame. The thing is everybody wants to blame. Here's the thing, and I don't have a lot of people in here. I've got like 9 people watching, 18 watching. I don't blame the general manager for a lot of this, okay? All these hitters that he has on this team, Colton Cowser, Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, Jordan Westberg, Colby Mayo, Heston Kjerstad, all these guys that were highly touted, highly sought after prospects in Major League Baseball. They were first-round picks that a lot of people wanted and a lot of people tried to get or wanted to get. These players just aren't performing. They're not executing. That's not on the general manager. You know, Mike Elias, you want to say he didn't go out and get a pitcher here or didn't get a pitcher there. That's fine. You know, last year he went out and got Corbin Burns. He got an ace. How did that do us? Did we win the World Series? Hell, we didn't even win a playoff game. We didn't win nothing. And now they didn't re-sign Corbin Burns, and that looks like it was a great thing because he's out with Tommy John surgery. So he's missing all of this year and probably next year. So we would have lost him anyway. And then there's Anthony Santander. They're like, why didn't we re-sign him? Well, now he's on the injured list for the Toronto Blue Jays, and he's batting under 200. All right, first pitch to Keith is a strike, 0-1. And Garrett Crochet. Oh, why didn't we sign Garrett Crochet? 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball right at the shortstop. Gunner's got it. Throw to first. High! But he got him. 1 down. Then people were like, Mike Elias didn't go out and get Garrett Crochet. Well, Crochet's on the Red Sox. How are the Red Sox doing this year? My point in all this is an ace doesn't necessarily guarantee a winning season. The team has to perform as a whole. All right, here's Rogers. First pitch to him. Here it comes. There's a strike. Oh, they called it a ball. Jeez, this umpire's horrible today. What's up, Chris? Welcome in, man. One-oh pitch. There's a strike. 1-1. You know, the trade he made for Corbin Burns. DL Hall is on the injured list. I think he's been on the injured list all year for the Brewers. Joey Ortiz is having not a very good year. Next pitch, ball outside, 2-1. He's not doing anything major for the Brewers. Kyle Stowers is having a nice season for the Miami Marlins. That's fine. Connor Norby's hitting like 250. 2-1 pitch. There's a strike, 2-2. So I don't think Trevor Rogers, look, he was a disaster last year. He had 1 start this year for the Orioles so far, and he was phenomenal in that start. So I don't think he's been as bad as people make him out to be. 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul. I don't think he's anywhere near as bad as people make him out to be. And be careful what you wish for. Okay, you get rid of Mike Elias. There's no guarantee the next guy is going to be any better. He could be worse. So you got to be careful what you wish for. All right, here's the 2-2 pitch. There's a ground ball. Third baseman's got it. Throw over to first. In time. 2 quick outs. Eflin right now is on his game, pitching really well. So I think Orioles fans need to take a step back and look at the entire picture. And a lot of times, I get it. You can't fire the whole team. I understand that. And to be honest, I don't want to fire the whole team. But they need to learn. They need to execute. If I'm going to blame anything, I'm going to blame the coaching staff. Here's McKinstry. First pitch to him. Here's a strike. Oh, my God. He called it a ball again. 1-0. It should be strike one. Instead, it's ball one. One-zero pitch. Curveball, low, ball two. 2-0. You know, the players haven't executed. The players are the ones that are batting 189 with runners in scoring position. Can't get runners in with 2 outs. Can't lay down a bunt. Can't execute on the field. 2-0 pitch. That's ball 3 outside, 3-0. If anything, I'm going to blame the coaching staff. I think part of the issue this year with the Orioles is they brought in a lot of first-time coaches. I don't think that was smart. 3-0, here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk, never a good thing. It's going to get back to the top of the lineup for Meadows. Yeah, Slyster, he's been bad tonight. He's missed a lot of calls. But I don't know. I think a lot of it, when you bring in a lot of first-year coaches with the players that are still very young, I don't think that's a good combination. I think you need veteran coaching staff for young players. I do. All right, back to Meadows, top of the lineup. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball. Bunt back to Eflin. Eflin throws to first in time. And that's the inning. So a quick bunt by Meadows goes right back to the pitcher. He throws it to first. And that's your inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody. 1 man left. Bottom of the third coming up. No score. Chris, welcome in, man. Good to see you. I hope everybody's doing well. I just, I think a lot of what you're seeing this year from the Orioles started last year and it's really carried into this year, especially offensively. Been real bad offensively. 26th in the league in runs scored for a team that last year I think was 4th in the league in runs scored. They were scoring a ton of runs last year. They're not scoring any runs this year. I mean, you look at their last, since the Chicago series, they've scored 2, 4, 3, 5, 3, 4, 4, 7, 1, 3. So they've scored more than 5 runs twice in the last 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 games. 8 out of 10 games has been 4 runs or less. And before that, they scored 4, 4, 5, 5, 2. Just not scoring a lot of runs. They need to start scoring some runs. Players should be holding themselves along with the coaches accountable for their dismal performances. Well, I think they do. All right, here's Mullins. First pitch. There's a ground ball. Fair ball down to the first base line. Into right field. Mullins is going to make the turn. He's going to turn second. He's going to go for 3. And he stayed at second. Oh, wow. I thought he was going to go. He made a wide turn at second, and I thought he was going to continue on, but no, he stopped. So a leadoff double again for the Orioles. Here we go. Man in scoring position. They got a shot right here. Chris said Cowser looks like he could really help along with Westberg bringing back. Yeah, he could. Yeah, Slyster, I don't know that that's going to happen, though. Tyler O'Neill seems to find a way onto the injured list every season. And he's already been on the injured list twice for the Orioles, and I would not be surprised. I'm sure he's going to go back on the injured list for the end of the year. He's been a total bust. All right, here's first pitch to Arias. Fly ball, left field. That's hit pretty well. Back at the wall, it's gone! First pitch swinging by Ramon Arias, and he hits it out for a 2-run homer. And the Birds take a quick 2-0 lead. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you're supposed to do. Right like that. Don't let them off the mat. Hey, look. Oh, wow. There's John Harbaugh and Cal Ripken in the stands. Well, what do you know about that? Hot diggity dog. 2-0 Birds. Hot dog. Back to the top of the lineup for Jackson Holiday. Here we go. First pitch. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. He gets it. Knocks it off his glove, and it's going to be a base hit. It was a ground ball right up the middle back to the pitcher. He tried to snare it. It went flying in the air, and Jackson Holiday, hustling down the line, is going to get an infield single. Got to give him a single on that one. That swing by Arias was really nice. So the Orioles get a double, a home run, and now a single. Here's Rutschman, first pitch, inside for a strike, 1-1, or 0-1. But see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm looking at all the players, and they're talking on the bench. You know, watch the game. All right, here's Rutschman. He's down in the count, 0-1. Exactly, don't let up. Throw over the first. Holiday is back. And again, you know, you got a 2-0 lead now. You got a nice lead. Put the pressure on him. If he can get a good secondary lead, talking about Jackson Holiday, if he can get a good lead right here, he's got to go. 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the first base side. Checks for second. Nope, can't go there. He steps on the bag for the first out. So the first baseman was a ground ball to him. He charged, looked to second to try to get Holiday, but he advised against it and just stepped on the bag to get Rutschman. But he did move him up. So now the Orioles got another guy in scoring position for Gunnar Henderson. Let's see if Gunnar can come through. Gunnar is set. Here's the first pitch to him. Swinging a foul, 0-1. What's up, Victor? Welcome in, bud. Oh, 0-1 count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a foul back again, 0-2. Quickly, 0-2. 21 people in here. We are trying to get to 30 likes. We only got 18 likes, so hit that like button. We're almost to 30 already. Good to have everybody in here. Bottom of the third, Orioles with a 2-0 lead. Trying to add more. 0-2 pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. That's a bad call. Just off the plate to the outside corner, but he calls it strike 3. So Gunnar is punched out for the second out of the inning. When you got to see a catcher pull it up that far. Okay, here's O'Hearn. He's 0 for 1. He left a man on in scoring position his first time up. Orioles are now 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position. First pitch to him. Swinging a foul. 0-1. Jeff Snook, welcome in, Jeff. Yeah, I know you want the Orioles to win. Well, Detroit's playing great, Jeff. They really are. I mean, the best team in baseball right now. Playing really, really well. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball center field again, right at him. That's going to be the final out. So for the second time tonight, Ryan O'Hearn's had a man in scoring position, and he's done nothing with it. But Ramon Arias steps to the plate on the first pitch he sees. He hits a 2-run homer, and the Orioles take a 2-0 lead. 19 likes. Good to have all the likes, everybody. Let's go O's. You see it right back here. There it is, right there. Let's go O's. Got all my Orioles stuff. There's the baseball. There's all the different pitches over there that they throw. There's my Orioles. What's that thing called? Pillow. That's what it's called. Called a pillow. My Orioles stuff over here, too. All this over here. Got a little bit of ring. You guys see it all. Anyway. Good to have everybody in here. Orioles with a 2-0 lead. Zach Eflin. Really need him to come back out and have a shutdown inning right here. Never easy to do, but let's go. Good to have 20 people and 20 likes. I love it. That's awesome. Anybody new? Anybody new coming in for the first time? If you are new, let me know where you're from. I'd love to hear from some new folks coming in. It's always fun when we get new folks. I don't think we picked up any subscribers today, but we'll take a gander. Nope, not yet. That's all right, though. Good to have everybody here. If you are new and you haven't been in before and you haven't subscribed yet, doesn't cost you anything. Just hit that subscribe button. Eflin's been on his game so far in this game. Good to have all 20 of you in here, or all 16 of you in here now. It's dog night. Bring your dog to the game. All right, here's Eflin back on the mound. First pitch, swinging a foul back to Gleyber Torres, 0-1. Richard, the legend, Arjons. What's up, Richard? Welcome in. Hit that like button, Richard. You did. Thank you. 21 likes. You guys rock. Good job. 0-1 pitch on the way. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Easy play for Arias. Throw to first in plenty of time, and that's the first out. One down. That's going to bring Kerry Carpenter to the plate, right? Not Karen Carpenter. Kerry Carpenter. Oh for 1, grounded out his first time up. Eflin's done a really good job keeping the ball low in the zone. Nothing they can elevate. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball, foul down the first base line. 0-1. He really has. He's done a really good job of keeping the ball low in the zone and not allowing them to really drive or elevate any pitch. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Here it is. Fly ball down the left field line, but that's going to get out of play. Quickly 0-2 on Kerry Carpenter, the DH. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. Nice. Fouled that off. 0-2. We're going to do it again. It's kind of an emergency hack by Kerry Carpenter right there, but he got a piece of it. 28 more likes to 50. Wouldn't that be amazing if we could get that far? 0-2 pitch on the way. In the dirt. Ball 1. 1-2. Andrew, welcome in. Back again here. Loved the stream the other day. Hope we can pick up at least 1 out of the 3 in this series. 1 out of 3. Then sweep the Angels. I hope so too, Andrew. Welcome in. 1-2 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 2. 2-2. Well, I was saying earlier, Andrew, before you came in, if the Orioles, if they're going to get one of these games against Detroit, it's got to be this one. This is the matchup. Because tomorrow it's Tariq Skubal on the mound for them. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. They got him. Strike 3. Eflin really looking good so far. Tariq Skubal's on the mound tomorrow night, and he's a lefty, which is like a double whammy for the Orioles. So if they're going to get one, this is the one they got to get. And then you're right. The Angels have been playing better, though. Angels are playing well to their credit. But yeah, the Orioles could do well against the Angels. Here's Riley Green, 0 for 1. First pitch to him. High, ball 1, 1-0. One-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-0. Riley Green, power hitter for sure. 2-0 pitch on the way. There's a nice line drive foul down the first base side. 2-1. Well, I don't know. Yeah, Chris, one win is one win. They've got to start bunching wins together. 2-1 pitch. There's a line drive, base hit into center field. Scooble's pitched really well this year. So is Crochet. But like I was saying, Jeff, you know, Crochet, for as well as he's pitched, he's obviously not helped the Red Sox at all. They're in next to last place. If it wasn't for us being so bad, they would be in last place. They're like 5 games under 500. They're not playing very well. All right, here's Torkelson. First pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. By the way, that was the first hit. Riley Green's hit. That was the first hit in the game for the Tigers to this point. Torkelson is ready. The 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. They're swinging a foul back. 1-1. So they haven't hit him yet. You know, tomorrow with Scooble on the mound, you probably won't see Jackson Holiday. Urias will probably play second. Westberg will play third. Mayo will play first. You'll see a lot of righties in the lineup tomorrow. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball foul down the third base line. So quickly he's ahead in the count, 1-2. All right, Torkelson is set. 1-2 pitch on the way. He got him. Strike 3. Just tag him. He's out. Wow, that ball was right down the middle, too, and Torkelson didn't even offer at it. That's your inning. No runs, a hit, a man left. 2-0 Birds. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Nice. 17 of you still in here with 22 likes. We're almost to our goal of 30. Almost to our goal of 30 likes. I keep forgetting to go to this other screen. I apologize, gang. The lead machine. Only a matter of time until the Tigers take the lead. Very possible. Very possible. They're not the best team in baseball for nothing. You know, for that, you know, they are a very good team, and it would not surprise me. It would disappoint me, but it would not surprise me. But the lead machine, I'll say this. Even if the Tigers win 100 games, that still means they lost 62 games. So they're going to lose their fair share of ball games. So why can't this game be one of those 62 that they're going to lose? But you're right. It might be, and it all just depends on the pitching. If Eflin continues to pitch the way he's pitching right now, and our bullpen continues to do what they've been doing, the Orioles will be just fine in this game. Because I'll be honest with you, the Orioles are not probably going to win tomorrow with Tarek Skubal on the mound. I'm tired. All right, first pitch, Jordan Westberg. He bloops it into right field. That's going to get down? Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. That was his double from earlier. I thought it was his at bat. I'm like, what's going on here? No, they're just showing the double from earlier. My apologies. All right, who is up for the Orioles? It is Westberg. Here it is. First pitch to him. There's a strike, 0-1. So Westberg, Cowser, Laureano for the O's. 0-1 pitch. Outside, way outside, 1-1. 22 likes, gang. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get to that 30 mark. All right, Westberg set. 1-1 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. The lead machine, welcome in. Good to have you here. Hope you hit that like button. I know you probably won't subscribe because you're a Tigers fan, but I get it. 2-1 pitch, ball 3, low, 3-1. We are doing well. Hope you are doing well too, lead machine. Thanks for being here. We're just having fun chatting and watching the O's game. 3-1 count on Westberg. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul straight back. He just missed it. 3-2. Westberg was on that pitch. He just misses it. Three-two pitch on the way. Fly ball, foul down the right field line. We're going to do it again. After the Orioles hit here in the fourth inning, we should have done it in the third. I'll give you scores out-of-town scoreboard here in a little bit. Full count. Here's 3-2 pitch on the way. Ground ball, foul down the third baseline. We're going to do it again. I hit like, glad YouTube suggested you. I dig your demeanor. Thank you. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4 high. Walk. Leadoff walk for the O's. Well, I appreciate you saying that. Welcome in, Lee Machine. You're always, look, I always tell folks, I don't care what team you root for. Victor's in here. He's a Mets fan. Jeff's in here. He's a Twins fan. If you come in and you're respectful and you're nice and you're rooting on your team, that's fine. You know, that's all we ask for here. Here's Cowser. First pitch to him. Ball, 1-0. No, it won't be this Sunday, Sony. It's going to be the Sunday after we do the Sunday social. We're away this weekend. We're going to Epic Universe. So 1-0 count to Cowser. Westberg does have speed. I don't see him going. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball. Base hit into right field. Westberg's going to make the turn. He's going to go to third. And Cowser's got a hit. And the Orioles just like that. First and third, nobody out. Chris says, as badly as they have played in the first half of the year, they're capable of getting it going. They are, Chris. You know, that ball was center cut right down the middle, and Cowser doesn't miss it. He serves it in the right field for a base hit. And, of course, you know, Westberg's going on first contact, and he's all the way to third. So first and third, nobody out for Laureano. So you don't even need a hit here. A fly ball will get a run home. And here's the pitch. Strike right there, 0-1. Yeah, Jeff, I agree. A crooked number would be really nice right here. Oh, 1 pitch. Swinging a foul, 0-2. Here we go again. Just like Slyster said earlier, you get a single, you get another single, and watch. Here comes Laureano. A man on third, nobody out. He'll strike out, and then Mullins will come up and hit into a double play, and watch, the Orioles don't get nothing. You can see it. You can see it coming. Maybe Laureano will prove me wrong. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Told you. The Orioles are absolutely the worst team in baseball with runners in scoring position. They are now 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position in this game. They've already had 7 opportunities to blow this game open, and they've got 1 hit. He can't even put the ball in play. Even if he hits into a double play. If he hits into a double play, you're still scoring a run. It's just horrible. I've never seen anything like it. Here's Mullins. Hopefully he picks him up. First pitch to him. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Well, it depends. You know what, Victor? It depends on your take in an immaculate inning. But an immaculate inning means 9 pitches, 9 strikes. And 3 outs. 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ground ball. So quickly 0-2. Now it means strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. That's an immaculate inning. To me, an immaculate inning would be 1 pitch, 1 out. Next pitch, out. Next pitch, out. 3 pitches, 3 outs. To me, that would be an immaculate inning. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Ball 1. 1-2. To me, that's an immaculate inning because you got 3 outs in the least amount of pitches you could throw. Yes, Jeff, that's exactly right. They were bad last year, later in the season. 1-2 pitch, here comes. Check swing, did he go? Umpire said yes. Strike 3 on Cedric Mullins. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous how bad this team is. Yeah, he went. He definitely swung. You're out. This is ridiculous how bad this is. First and third, nobody out. And both Laureano and Mullins, neither one of them can even put a ball in play. They are now 1 for 8. Here's Arias. He homered his last time up. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. This is unbelievably frustrating. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen a team this horrendous with runners in scoring position. It's horrible. 1-0 pitch. Throw back down to first. Nope, he got back. Kowser's back. I mean, you get back-to-back hits. Or, I'm sorry, Westberg walked. You get a walk from Westberg. You get a hit from Kowser. First and third, nobody out. Laureano strikes out. Mullins strikes out. It's just typical Orioles baseball this year. Absolutely horrible. .2-0 pitch. Ground ball. Third base. He's got it. Throw to first. That's the inning. Nothing. That's horrible. That's just absolutely bad baseball. Casey Mize, 88.3% of base runners stranded. He has been tough this year. Yeah, it definitely. And the Orioles made him look even better. That was horrible baseball right there. That's horrendous. Good grief, they just can't refrain from striking out when they... Yeah, I agree, Slyster. Just put a ball in play. Even if one of them hits into a double play, you still score a run. Nothing. All right, I got to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Just bad baseball. All right, I'm back. Here we go. Sorry, gang. Had to go to the restroom. Let's get this going. All right, 0-1 count on the hitter, Perez. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike 2, 0-2. That ball was a little high, but they called it a strike. You have to at least score 1. I agree, Jeff. That is as bad as it gets. They're horrible. Absolutely horrible this year. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strike 3. And unfortunately, that puts the pressure on Zach Eflin. It almost feels like he's got to throw a shutout to win. You know, now that, if you get a run or two there, you're up 4-0. The pressure's off of Eflin. He can challenge hitters a little bit more. Instead, now it's still only 2-0. A bloop and a blast, and the game's tied. The pressure stays on him. It just makes it that much harder for your pitcher. Here's Keith, first pitch. Swinging a foul, 0-1. Like I said, everybody keeps harping around here in Baltimore, in the Maryland area, the Orioles fans, all the Orioles, content creators. Pitching has been bad. But I'm like, the hitting is what's really let us down. 0-1 pitch. Fly ball, shallow center field. Here comes Cowser, here comes Mullen. But Cowser's got it. Left center field, and Cowser's got it for the second out. That's, to me, the big deal is the hitting has been such a disappointment. And here's a game where Zach Eflin pitching really well at 2-0 lead in the into the fifth inning here. No runs given up. He's been awesome so far. But one bad pitch and he could get the loss. First pitch to Rogers is a swing and a miss strike. 23 likes. We're only 7 away. We got a shot at our goal today. Woohoo! He's throwing first pitch strikes to 12 of 17 hitters. That's all you can ask. 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Ball 1-1. I think that he's done exactly what he's needed to do so far in this game. He's gotten ahead in the count. Here's the 1-1 pitch to him right here. There's a ground ball to the third baseman. Arias has got it. Throw to first in time, and that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Zach Eflin, who is on his game today. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Middle of the fifth, 2-0 Birds. Jeff says, I agree. You knew you had to hit the score. That has been the letdown. It has been. Victor, I think part of what it is for the Orioles more than anything else is, it's these young players just just trying too hard for one, trying to overcomplicate hitting instead of just, saying, oh my God, I got to hit a home run here, or oh my God, I got to hit it as hard as I can. When you just get the bat on the ball, that's what you need to be doing, and they're not even doing that. So it's just bad execution. It's understanding the moment, which they're not, and it's cost the Orioles. It's cost them a lot. But last inning, you have Laureano, who's a veteran, Cedric Mullins, who's a veteran, and Ramon Arias, who's a veteran. These guys have all been in the league 5-6 years or more. And none of them, as veterans, can get the big hit. It's just, can't even really at all. That's just bad. It makes a game that should be a laugher right now into a very close game at 2-0. And the Orioles are 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Even if they got 2 more hits, they go 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position. This game is 5-0 instead of 2-0. It's great to have all these top prospects, but if you can't continue to develop them at the major league level, it's a problem. Well, that's the thing. I don't think that they're not developing. I mean, Gunnar Henderson's an awesome player. Rutschman's a good player. Cowser's really good. Jackson Holiday might make the All-Star team. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him. There's a fly ball, left field, playable. The problem is the Orioles have a bunch of prospects in the major leagues all at once. They're not sprinkling them in. Rutschman, Henderson, Cowser, Westberg, Holiday, all of these guys are 3 years or less in the major leagues. Full seasons. 3 full seasons or less in the major leagues. You've got all these young new prospect players that are learning on the job together. I don't know how good that is. Here's Rutschman. First pitch to him. High. Ball 1. One-0 pitch. Swinging a foul back. 1-1. Gunnar Henderson, first 2 seasons in Major League Baseball, hits 28 home runs with like 75 RBIs, 37 home runs last year, 92 RBIs, batted 280 and 260. He's done really well. Rutschman, all-star game twice now, or an all-star last year. Second half wasn't great, but he still had a pretty good season. 1-1 pitch. Fly ball left field. That's out of play. 1-2. He struggled this year. He's batting .222, but he's been better lately. Like I said about Jackson Holiday, right now, he's playing really well. He's got a chance of going to the All-Star game. So I don't think these players aren't developing. The issue is 1-2 pitch on the way. There's a line drive. Base hit into right field by Adley Rutschman. I think the biggest issue with them more than anything else is just hitting in the big moments. I think the Orioles, here's what I think. I think the Orioles have good players. I think they have a lot of players that are very talented. My issue with the Orioles is I wonder just how clutch these players are. Because there's a difference. Are they clutch? Are they going to get the big hit in the big moment? That's the key. Here's Gunnar, man on first. First pitch. Line drive in the center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rutschman's going to hold it second. So quickly, 2 back-to-back hits again. Rutschman and Henderson back-to-back. First and second, 1 out. Here we go. Right, exactly. I think the at-bats, but that's part of, in my opinion, I think it gets lost sometimes when you have 1 or 2 prospects surrounded by a lot of veterans. For the Orioles, you've got 1 or 2 veterans surrounded by a lot of prospects. So the at-bats are more glaring because you're seeing them more often. All right, here's O'Hearn. Let's see what he can do. First pitch to him, check swing. That's a strike, 0-1. See, part of it is I think they're trying to do too much. I mean, that's just a bad swing there. What are you swinging at? Relax, take your time. He's trying to do too much. The Orioles are 1 for 9 right now. You've got to get a hit in these situations. 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball, center field. That's going to be playable. And that's caught by the center fielder, and that's the second out. So now they're 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position. It's bad. It's just bad baseball. You can't get the big hit. O'Hearn right there. Base hit. It's all you need. Base hit. Scores Adley Rutschman. And here's Westberg. If the Orioles do have a clutch hitter on this team, if you told me who's your clutch hitter, I probably would pick Westberg. Doesn't mean he's going to get a hit, but we'll see. Here's the pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. But if I have a big situation where I need a big hit, I'm probably going to, as funny as it might sound, I'm probably going to pick Westberg. Even though he's been on the injured list all year, he's the one I have the most confidence in. And he's not going to do it every time. 1-0 pitch. Strike, 1-1. He's going to fail 7 out of 10 times with runners in scoring position. That means it's a 300 hitter with runners in scoring position. I'll take that every time. 23 likes still. See if we can get to that 30 mark, gang. Hit that like button. 1-1 pitch on the way. Here it comes. Strike 2. 1-2. That was a hittable pitch right there. He must have been looking something else because Westberg was taking all the way there. So here we go again. 2 hits, back-to-back hits, runner in scoring position. Can we get the hit? Here we come. 1-2 count on him. Westberg, here's the pitch. Ball low, 2-2. Two and two. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul down the third base line. We're going to do it again. Two pitch. And he'll probably strike out. Here's the pitch. Outside and low, ball 3, 3-2. But this is what I'm talking about. This is what makes Westberg good in these situations. A ball like that just pitched, it was a cutter that like drifted away from him. Most hitters are going to chase that pitch. Westberg doesn't chase. Now the count's full. Runners are going on the pitch. Here we go. 3-2 pitch. No, he steps off. Just good at bats. That's the thing. You got to have good at bats. Three-two pitch on the way. Here it is. Fouled back again. Mize has thrown 83 pitches so far in this game. So his pitch count is up. Oh, look at the puppy dog. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. He's out looking. That's just bad. Jeez Louise. Westberg didn't even offer at it. He just stood there. All the praise we gave Westberg, and he strikes out looking for the final out. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Orioles are now 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. 1 for 11, folks. They've had 11 opportunities in this game. The Tigers, they haven't had one. They haven't even had one opportunity, and yet they're still in this game. And the Orioles have had 11 opportunities with runners in scoring position. $11. Just bad baseball. Bad hitting. Holiday's batting .268. He's having a good year. Rutschman is not having the best average year, but he had like 7 home runs. He's got 25, 30 RBIs. Gunner's batting .272. He's got 8 home runs, 30 RBIs. Westberg's coming back from injury. Kowser's coming back from injury. I don't know. Jeff, it is borderline absurd just how bad they are with runners in scoring position. Right? I mean, that's the thing. Nobody's saying you have to go bat 500 with runners in scoring position. But you can't be under 100 with runners in scoring position. They're 1 for 11. What's that, like an 090 batting average or something like that? 1 for 10 would be a 100 batting average. All right, Eflin's back out there. Here's the first pitch to the hitter. There's a line drive. Caught by the third baseman. Right to Arias for a quick first out. 1 down. That was really nice. That ball was hit hard, but it was hit right at him. So 1 down already. Jeff, it's absolutely absurd how bad they are with runners in scoring position. I mean, they're batting .090 in this game with runners in scoring position today. Terrible. Just terrible. All right, here's Meadows. First pitch to him. There's a strike. 0-1. And again, what does that say to Eflin? Eflin's now thinking to himself, I got to pitch a shutout to win this game. One pitch, swinging a foul back, 0-2. Yeah, Slicer said the same as always with those. Opposing pitchers can have a high pitch count, and those won't have any runs. Right? It's true. They can't, they put the foot on the throat, but they can't squeeze. It's just ridiculous. 0-2 pitch. High, ball 1, 1-2. One-two pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Umpire down third says, yes, he did. Strike 3. Eflin is looking really good tonight. Man, he is really carrying the team tonight. My gracious. Now, I forgot to do the out-of-town scoreboard again. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to do it right after this half inning. Somebody remind me. I keep forgetting to do the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll do it right after this inning. All right, here's Torres. First pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. 1-0. Two ground outs tonight so far for Torres. One-0 pitch. Strike. 1-2. Or 1-1. Sorry, 1-1. 23 likes still, but there's 18 in here. If you're coming in for the first time, hit that like button. 1-1 pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-1. You definitely want to get this guy, Eflin. If you want to get him, Eflin's got to get him right here. Oh, he's got a basset hound. Look at all these dogs. I love it. Eflin is set. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a strike. Nice sweeper right there. 2-2. He had him fooled. He gave up on it and it cut back over the plate. So 2-2 count. Eflin's got him right where he wants him. See if he can put him away. 2-2 pitch. There's a line drive base hit into right field on a 2-2 pitch. Good piece of hitting right there by Gleyber Torres. That ball was on the inside part of the plate. He just got his hands in on it and the inside outed it into right field for a 2-out single. Not a bad pitch by Eflin right there. Just a good at-bat by Gleyber Torres. Now bring Kerry Carpenter to the plate. And this is exactly what I was talking about earlier. You know, with the Orioles' lack of runs, adding on runs in this game, all it takes is a bloop and a blast, and the Tigers are tying this game up. And they got Kerry Carpenter at the plate. He can do it. Eflin set. First pitch. High. Ball 1. The Orioles have allowed the Tigers to stay in this game. One-0 pitch. Just off the plate. Ball 2. 2-0. All right, now here's where Eflin's really going to have to, he's got to settle down and really bear down right here. He's just gave up a single. He's 2-0 on Kerry Carpenter. He's got to be careful here. He's got to really bear down. Because again, if he makes a bad pitch, it could be 2-2 just like that. 20 of you in here. Good to have everybody in. Please hit that like button as you're coming in. We are 7 away from our goal. Our like goal tonight is 30. Eflin is set. 2-0 pitch on the way. There's a ground ball. Second base. He might get out of it. Throw to first in time. And he does get out of it. So Carpenter grounds out for the last out. No runs, 1 hit, a man left. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up. So just to give you an idea, Eflin tonight for the Orioles. 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 5 Ks. He's been stellar for the Orioles in this game. Absolutely stellar in this game. Deserves, hand over fist, deserves to win this game. Thanks, Victor. Yep, let's do scoreboard right now. All right, let's go around the baseball world. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Mets have a 3-0 lead over the Nationals. Bottom of the 3rd, Red Sox 2-1 over the Rays. Top of the 2nd, Rangers Twins are tied 0-0. Yankees Royals end to 1, no score. Later today, White Sox Astros, Giants Rockies. Earlier today, finals, Pirates beat the Marlins 5-2. Phillies beat the Cubs 7-2. Guardians beat the Reds 11-2. Braves over the Brewers 6-2. Blue Jays over the Cardinals 5-2. Diamondbacks over the Mariners 5-2. All the twos. Dodgers over the Padres 5-2. And the Angels beat the Athletics 6-5. A lot of twos. Looks like all the twos lost today. We had 5 games. Wait a minute. 6 games where the losing team only scored 2 runs. That's funny. Kind of weird, too, if you think about it. All right, here we go. Orioles coming to the plate, trying to get some more runs. Jeff, John Means is no longer with the club. He was a free agent at the end of last year. Orioles didn't re-sign him. All right, here's Cowser. First pitch. Swinging a ground ball to the first baseman. Foul. John Means is no longer in the Orioles organization. I think he's actually in the Indians organization. I think he's like obviously on the injured list because he had another Tommy John. So I don't know where he is with them. Grayson Rodriguez, no clue. I think he's throwing on flat ground. I personally, Jeff, don't think he's coming back at all this year. So I do not have any indication of anything or any sort of confidence that Grayson Rodriguez is pitching this year. Bradish, I'll tell you in a second. 0-1 pitch, here it is. Strike, 0-2. It was low, but he called it a strike. So two quick strikes on Cowser. Bradish is on schedule. He's supposed to be back sometime in July. So I think they'll get him back in July. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike him out. Bad at bat by Cowser. Very good. Way to go. Horrible. The Orioles just give away at bats. They give away at bats like it's candy. Horrible at bat by Cowser. Yeah, Bradish is on track to be after the All-Star break. So they should get him back. Here's Laureano, first pitch. Swinging a foul. But Means is gone. He's no longer an Oriole. Grayson is, I think he's gone for the season. I don't see it happening. 0-1 pitch on the way. Strike. Oh, wow. 1-1. That looked like a strike low in the zone. He called it a ball. This umpire's terrible tonight. 1-1 count on Laureano. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive over the shortstop in the center field for a base hit. So there's a 1-out single for Ramon Laureano. Why didn't he do that last time up when they had a man on second base? See, that's what I'm talking about. These guys are good hitters. I mean, that was a nice pitch on the inside part of the plate. He got his hands inside out of it and punched it into center field for a base hit. Why didn't he do that last time up when they had a guy on third base? Instead, he strikes out. So, Mize is out of the game. Here comes the manager for the Tigers. But he kept them in the game. He scattered 8 hits over 5 innings. Can't be upset with that. Kept the team in the game. But it's less about talent and it's more about clutch. I don't think the Orioles have clutch hitters. As much as I love my team, I just don't. I don't think they have a lot of clutch hitters on this team. There's really very few guys, if any, that step to the plate in the big moments and I'm like, yes, he's going to come through. I hate to say that. I mean, I love the Orioles. The Orioles are my favorite team ever. Even more than I love the Rams in football. But nope, if you told me Rams or Orioles, I'm picking the Orioles. Every time. But it doesn't, it's just frustrating. A lot of talent on this team, and they're just they're squandering these games. So a new pitcher coming in for the Tigers. Orioles got a man on first with 1 out. Cedric Mullins stepping to the plate. Yeah, I think they have good hitters. Okay, I think the Orioles have a lot of really good hitters. I just don't know that the Orioles have a lot of clutch hitters. Oh, here we go, though. Mullins is stepping to the plate. Yes, John, I agree. Here's the pitch to Mullins. Swinging a line drive. Caught by the right fielder. That ball was hit really hard on the line, but the right fielder was able to get there. So Mullins swinging on the first pitch, lines out. So two outs now. 103.9 off the bat. Here's Arias. Yeah, Jeff, I think that is part of it because, these young hitters, a lot of these young hitters still learning on the job. They're not clutch. But, you got guys, like I said, O'Hearn, Mullins, Arias, Laureano. They're not kids anymore. Here's Arias. There's a swing and a fly ball to right field. Down by the right fielder. And it gets past him, and Laureano's going to go to third. So it was down for a base hit by Arias. And it took a hop, and it took a weird hop on Perez, and it got by him. And that allowed for Laureano to go to third. So here we are again. First and third, 2 outs. The Orioles looking for a big 2-out runner in scoring position hit. Can they get it? It's going to have to happen from one of the kids. Here's Jackson Holliday. Holliday's 1 for 3. Got the infield single. And again, it's just about slowing your heartbeat down. Here's the pitch. Strike. 0-1 on a sweeper. Lefty on lefty right here. Orioles are 1 for 11 tonight with runners in scoring position. 1 for 11. Holliday's just got to slow his heartbeat, slow the game down a little bit right here. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Just like that. Quickly, 0-2. So the inning's going to be over here in a second. The Orioles are going to be 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position. I can't see Holliday getting a hit here. It's so much pressure on this kid. On the season, he's 250. He's batting 250 with runners in scoring position, which is perfectly fine. 0-2 pitch. Way outside. Arias stole second base. So now you got 2 runners in scoring position. So Arias goes on the pitch and steals second. So now it's second and third. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Looking again. Jesus. One for 12. Holliday strikes out looking. Didn't even get the bat off the shoulder. It's like they're lost at the plate when there's runners in scoring position. It just doesn't make any sense to me. These guys, when they're up at the plate, it's like they have an idea what they want to do. But the minute there's runners on base or runners in scoring position, it's like they lose the ability to hit. I've never seen anything like it. They look lost at the plate when there's runners in scoring position. I've never seen. It has to be. This has got to be a record. It's got to be a record. It's got to be. I've never seen a team this bad with runners in scoring position. I don't even know if I can find the. All right, we're waiting for the game to come back. I'm going to try to find the splits on that. Okay, so yeah, the Orioles are dead last in all of baseball. Orioles are dead last in all of baseball with runners in scoring position. It's going to get worse. They were batting .208 with runners in scoring position. .208 with runners in scoring position. Today they're 1 for 12, so that .208 is going to go down. Last place with runners in scoring position in all of baseball. The Rockies, the White Sox, they're all better than the Orioles with runners in scoring position. Terrible. .208. Eflin back out for the 7th inning. Here we go, folks. Riley Green at the plate. First pitch to him. High, ball 1. 1-0. Eflin's only at, right, Eflin's still 71 pitches so far for Eflin into the 7th inning. 1-0 pitch. Strike. 1-1. 208 with runners in scoring position for the year for the Orioles. 208. 1-1 pitch. Strike. 1-2. It's a four-seam fastball in the outside corner, and Riley Green takes it. Here we go. 1-2 pitch on the way. Inside. Ball. 2-2. Here's the pitch. There's a pop-up. Second base. Nope. Shallow right field. Here comes the right fielder. Laureano is going to get there for the out. And that's the first out in here in the 7th inning. So 1 down. Yeah, that's exactly right, Jeff. Exactly what you just said. The 95 Mariners hit 174 with runners in scoring position. The all-time worst. The O's are making a run for it. Yes, they are. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? They absolutely are. Here's Torkelson. First pitch to him. Swinging a pop-up. Out of play. 0-1. They absolutely are making a run for it. The league average is 250. 0-1 pitch. Strike on the inside corner. 0-2. Torkelson's not happy with the call. So quickly 0-2 on Torkelson. Eflin's pitch. Fly ball. Left field. Nope. Gunner's going out. Is he going to get there? Nope. He didn't get there. It fell in front of him. Well, not in front of him. He tried to go out and get it. Gunner tried. He almost got it. He made a good effort, but it falls in for a base hit. So a 1-out single for Torkelson. Cowser was playing deep. He wasn't going to get there. Gunner went out, tried to get there, but wasn't able to make the catch. So it drops in for a base hit. Just out of his reach. So here's Perez. First pitch to him. Strike. 0-1. Perez is 0 for 2 in the game. Orioles could use a ground ball at somebody right here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball foul down the right field line. Quickly 0-2 again. Eflin's at the belt. He checks the runner at first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul at the plate. We're going to do it again. All right, 0-2 pitch. Eflin set. Here it is. There's a line drive, base hit into center field. So just like that, first and second, and the Detroit Tigers now have their first chance with runners in scoring position. And he's only at 82 pitches. I'm interested to see if Mansolino is going to come out. Doesn't look like he is. That's funny, Jeff. You talked about the Mariners, right? The Mariners hit 174 with runners in scoring position in 1995. Guess what? The Mariners won their division that year. So even though they batted 174 with runners in scoring position, guess what? They still won their division. Why? Because they pitched. You can't have both bad pitching and bad hitting if you're going to win. So Colt Keith is stepping into the plate. He's 0 for 2. First and second, 1 down. Colt Keith at the plate. Eflin's got to look for a big pitch here. Keep the ball low in the zone. Here's the pitch. Ball. Low. 1-0. Yeah, Patrick, this has been their only... But again, it shouldn't even matter. Orioles have had 12 opportunities to put this game out of reach. Now, a blast here, and the Tigers are winning. 1-0. Fly ball, right field, hit well. That ball is off the top of the wall. That's going to score at least one run. And now it's 2-1 with a double by Perez off the top of the wall. He almost made it 3-2. It's now 2-1 Orioles. Ridiculous. Zach Eflin has pitched so well, he makes a couple mistakes, and it might cost him the game because the Orioles can't score runs. This offense has got to be ashamed of itself. So just like that, the Tigers have had one chance with runners in scoring position, and they've got as many hits as the Orioles, who have had 12 chances. I'm sorry to yell, folks. It's just so frustrating to watch this team implode the way they have imploded. Slyster, it's not Eflin's fault. He should be winning 5-1, 6-1 right now. I'm sorry, it's not his fault. He goes 7 innings and gives up 1 run. Or he goes 6 1/3 and gives up 1 run so far, and his team can't back him. That's just asinine. Pardon my language. Never seen anything like this in my entire life. This guy coming up now, Dingler, who's going to pinch hit. You just know he's going to get a hit. You just know it. You can feel it. He's going to get a hit, and they're going to take a 3-2 lead here in the 7th inning. You can feel it coming. Right? O's fans, can't you feel it? I know it's going to happen. This guy, with runner on third with less than 2 outs, is batting like 5 for 9. That's incredible. He gets the job done. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike, 0-1. So this guy, Dingler, who's stepping to the plate, he's amazing with runners in scoring position. Here comes Sher Khan. I don't think that's how Sher Khan spells his first name. 0-1 pitch. Here comes. Ground ball. Third base. Coming home with it. He's out at the plate. As a ground ball to home. A ground ball to third. Arias got it. Came straight home. The runner broke from third. And that's the out. 2 down. Nice play by Arias. Good play at the plate. Adley Rutschman, nice play at the plate, blocking the plate, making sure he didn't get in. So Darren Altieri, welcome in. Oh, I know, Slicer. I know. I'm just saying it's not. And that's it for Eflin. He's out of the game. 1 run, 5 hits in 6 2/3 innings. He has done absolutely everything the Orioles have asked of him. And now it's up to the bullpen and the offense to save him. It's that simple. Darren, it's hard to be positive with the way this team has played. And yeah, I'm sure you watch the Orioles. And you know, they've given me no reason to be positive. You've got to earn it from me. I'm sorry. I'm not just going to give it as an O's fan because they're a fan. They got to earn it, and they're not earning it. I love the Orioles, but I don't drink the Kool-Aid. You know, they've got to earn my trust. They've got to earn my admiration. Because here's what I say. If you expect mediocrity, that's what you're going to get. Don't expect it. No, Patrick, I know, buddy. I'm just kidding. I don't know how it's spelled. I think it's S-H-E-R-E or something like that. I'm a lifer. I'm a lifer too. I love the Orioles. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, they got to play well. He did his job, Slyster. He absolutely did his job. Now it's up to the bullpen. Get this final out. Get out of this 7th inning with the lead. And see if the Orioles can miraculously add on some runs. All right, here's the pitcher. Swing and a miss. Aiken's in the game. Swing and a miss on Jahmai Jones. So quickly 0-1. And this is big right here. Aiken's got to get this out or we're tied. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a foul straight back. 0-2. Jones just missed that one. He was on it. So Keegan Aiken has thrown 2 pitches, both of which have been up in the zone, but Jahmai Jones hasn't been able to catch up to him. He's got to be careful here. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Inside, ball 1, 1-2. That was close. Good take by Jones. One-two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He got him. And that's the inning. So Keegan Aiken comes in, does his job, gets the out, and the Orioles keep the lead. 1 run, couple hits, 2 men left. Let's head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Orioles looking to add on some runs. We will take it. Rutschman, Henderson, O'Hearn, 2, 3, 4 hitters for the Birds. Likes are up to 25. Good job, everybody. We might make our goal of 30 tonight. Who knows? Guess we'll find out soon enough. All right, we are live. That's good. That's what I want. We'll make sure we're live. And we are live. Okay. All right, bottom of the 7th inning for the Birds. 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. Be a shame if Eflin doesn't get the win. I agree. He deserves it. All right, so here's Rutschman. He's hitting from the right side now. Lefty in the game for the Tigers. First pitch to him, strike, 0-1. Four more likes to 30. Yeah, we can make it, gang. Come on. 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. Do we have 26 likes? Oh, we do. 26. Yay, good job, gang. 1-1 count on Rutschman. Here we go. Thanks, Victor. Have a good night, buddy. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. Victor, have a good night. Good luck to your Mets. They're playing well. Everybody say good night to Victor. Victor, appreciate you being here, bud. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, left field. That ball's hit well down the line. Fair ball in the corner. Rutschman's going to go in the second with a leadoff double. That's his second hit in the game. He's 2 for 4. Rutsch is starting to heat up, folks. So here we go again. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. That's what I like to see. I like to see Rutsch turn on a ball right there. He did. He turned on it and got it down the line for a leadoff double. That'll bring Gunnar to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Lefty on lefty right here. 272 on the year for Gunnar. 1 for 3 so far. Or 1 for 2 with a walk. First pitch to him. Outside, ball 1. Thanks, Victor. You too. Happy Father's Day. 1-0 pitch on the way. Here it is. Outside, ball 2. Oh, he called it a strike. Oh, my goodness gracious. That ball was outside, but he called it a strike. So 1-1. My golly, this umpire sucks tonight. Pardon my language. Woo, Gunnar needs a breath after that. That's terrible. 1-1 pitch. Here's a fly ball center field. That's down for a base hit. Here comes Rutschman from around third heading home. He's going to score. And there's a hit with a runner in scoring position. It's now 3-1 Baltimore. Good job, Gunnar. Getting the big hit. Just serves it into center field just over the outstretched glove of the shortstop. And it's now 3-1. The Orioles get that run right back. See, it doesn't always have to be a home run. Just put the ball in play. He loops it over the shortstop's head, and it's a base hit. Here's O'Hearn with a man on first. Nobody out. First pitch to him. Strike. 0-1. Again, I'm sending Henderson soon. Send him. Get the runners moving. 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. The second baseman throws to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. Way to go, Ryan O'Hearn. So O'Hearn just pretty much killed that rally. And that's it for the pitcher. The Tigers are making another pitching change. They're trying to keep this game close. So the Orioles 2 for 13 with runners in scoring position. But they got the hit there. Gunnar came through. Can the Orioles keep scoring runs? Probably not. But maybe. Maybe they will. Yeah, it was a good piece of hitting, actually, Chris. He just got the bat on the ball and just served it in the center field. Yeah, exactly. And that's really all you're looking for. Just looking for a good hit there. Westberg's coming to the plate. That's why they're bringing in the righty. All right, so Brennan Hanafy is in the game. The right-hander for Detroit, 2.84 ERA on the year. He's going to face Jordan Westburg. First pitch. Low, ball 1, 1-0. 25 likes. Oh, guys, come on. It's getting late in the game now. We need 5 more to make our mark tonight. 1-0 pitch. Strike, 1-1. Westburg in the game is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Or a double and a walk. I think it was a double, wasn't it? Yeah, double and a walk. 1-1 pitch. There's the inside corner. It's a strike, 1-2. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Strike 3. That's the inning. Bad at bat right there by Westburg. He did not look good at all. Orioles get a run. They get that run back. Still got a 2-run lead. 3-1 Birds going into the 8th. Thanks, everybody. 4 likes away from our big mark of 30. Can we hit it? See this like go over here on the left? I'd like to take that down, but I can't take it down until we get to 30. We made our mark last game. Hey, we gained a subscriber too. Yay! Thanks, gang. Top of the 8th inning coming up. All right, just waiting for the O's to come back. Hang with us, gang. Hang with us. Here we go. Top of the 8th inning. The Orioles are 6 outs away from a win. Can they get it? I don't know. I'm hoping they do, but we'll see. What's up, Ryan? Welcome in, man. Good to see you, bud. Ryan Rouse here. Ryan Rowe. Welcome, Ryan. Good to see you. 27 likes. Getting closer. All right, here we go. In the game is Brian Baker for the O's. First pitch. Strike. Swing. Foul ball. No, fly ball left field. Is Cowser going to get there? No, it's out of play. Yes, 3 more to 30. We can do it, gang. We can do it. So 0-1 to Meadows. Baker is set. 0-1 pitch on the way. There's a strike. 0-2. Nice changeup. Wow, if he can get that pitch over for strikes and get his fastball over for strikes, wow, Baker could be dominant. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did go! Umpire says he went. Strike 3 called on Baker. Or on Meadows. 1 down here in the 8th. A lot of check swing strike 3s tonight. That's like the 5th one. So here's Gleyber Torres. He's 1 for 3. First pitch. There's a slider for a ball. 1-0. All right, Baker set. 1-0 pitch on the way. Strike right there. 1-1. 98 by Brian Baker. Well, I didn't see it, Jeff. They wouldn't show the angle. I couldn't tell if he did or didn't. 1-1 pitch. There's a slider for a strike. 1-2. Wow, Baker's all his pitches right now are working for him. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Gleyber Torres. Here's the pitch. They're swinging a ground ball to the third baseman. Arias has got it. Set. Throw over to the diamond. He's got him. 2 down. So Brian Baker, 2 quick outs. But that is going to bring Kerry Carpenter to the plate. Here's the first pitch. Strike. 97-mile-an-hour fastball right there. 0-1 to Kerry Carpenter. Well, I tell you what, man, this game is a game of inches. That double that will hit off the top of that wall, if that's 5 inches higher, that's it. We're tied. 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball to the first baseman. He's got it. Baker covers, hits the bag, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. That's the inning. Nobody left. Bottom of the 8th coming up. But seriously, if that guy for the Tigers, I can't remember who it was, hits the double off the top of the wall, if that ball is 5 feet higher, it's 3-2 Tigers at that point. It's, it's a game of inches. 2 likes to go. Nice, guys. Thank you. Is it 2 or 1? Looks like it might be 1. Thanks, everybody. That's amazing. You guys are awesome. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We might hit our like goal tonight, even if we don't hit our goal on our subscribers. We did pick up 1. I love seeing that. Yeah, Jeff, they've played. The bullpen has really held its own lately. Again, the Orioles' Achilles heel right now has been their offense. The offense has been really the albatross for the O's this year. As much as we have so much talent offensively, they have not lived up to their potential so far this year. Maybe they turn it around. I don't know. But, the bullpen's been really good lately. For the most part, over the last 3 weeks, the starting pitching has been better as well, has kept them in games, but the offense has just not clicked at all this year. I mean, 1 run in the last 29 innings, that's just great. Yeah, I mean, you can't ask any more out of your bullpen than that. And if Bautista can hopefully hold it down next inning, it'll be 1 run in 30 innings. So we'll see if he does. But Bautista's been... All right, here's Cowser. First pitch to him, strike, 0-1. But Bautista's been shaky this year, too. The thing about for Felix Bautista is he doesn't throw quality pitches. He just throws so hard they can't hit it. 0-1 pitch, a strike, 0-2. He's not... Bautista is just a thrower. He's not a pitcher at all. He really isn't. He doesn't make quality pitches. He really doesn't. 0-2 pitch in the dirt, 1-2. But, you got to gear up for the fastball, so when he throws the slider, you're way out in front. All right, so Cowser, 1-2 pitch, here it is. There's a defensive swing for a foul. Keeps the at-bat alive. All right, Cowser's set again. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball, left field. And that's going to get out of play, though. Let's do it again. Yeah, it's the same type thing, Jeff. It's the same thing. 2-2 pitch. There's a foul ball again. Yeah, Darren, that's part of it as well. Absolutely. Being 6'8" and throwing 100 to 105 miles an hour. Yeah, that's exactly right. They're throwers. Two pitch. Oh, inside. It's called a ball, but that could have very easily been called a strike. But it's called a ball. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitcher thought he had it. He thought he had strike 3. Hannafy thought he had it. So full count. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul again. The Orioles have a decision to make when it comes to Felix Bautista, whether or not he's going to 3-2 pitch, strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. But see, if I'm Cowser, I'm saying something to the umpire too. You know why I'm saying something to him? Because he just called that a ball a minute ago. Inside pitch. Now, it was a strike. Don't get me wrong. He called it a ball, and it should have been a strike. This time he calls the same pitch a strike. So why is it a strike now, but it wasn't a strike a minute ago? And that's what Cowser's saying. And he's right. All right, here's Laureano. First pitch, strike, 0-1. This umpire's he's been bad all night. For Cowser, you're taking that pitch because he just called it a ball. Inside, ball 1-1. So I understand the take. You're gonna take it there because he just called that exact same pitch a ball. And now he calls it a strike. I'd be upset too. You don't know what to expect. 1-1 pitch. Ball low, 2-1. Coach Hens can't flip-flop in the same at-bat. Come out. Well, that's how Coach Hens, welcome in, by the way. Hope you subscribe. Hope you give us a like. That's my point. 2-1 pitch. Outside, ball 3-1. That's the key. I mean, if you're going to be bad in a game, you have to be consistently bad, not inconsistent. And then you're right, Coach. You certainly can't flip-flop in the middle of the same at-bat. It's just that the hitter's got no chance. 3-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. Up the middle, base hit by Laureano. So he's 2 for 4 in the game. Well, welcome in, Coach Hens. Good to have you here. I hope you subscribe. I hope you come back for more. Somebody subscribe. Thanks, gang. All right, so here's Cedric Mullins coming to the plate. Mullins is 1 for 3. First pitch to him. Strike, 0-1. Tigers got somebody warming in the bullpen, and he's warming quick. One pitch. Ball low, 1-1. I sure did, and I liked the message. Baltimore fan living in New York. Well, welcome in, Coach. Good to have you here. Yeah, we do our Wednesdays game of the week. I have all kinds of videos out there. I did my 25 greatest Orioles of all time. You should go check those out. 1-1 pitch. Inside, ball 2-1. Well, thanks, Coach. I'm glad you're here. I'm born and raised in Baltimore. I live in Florida myself now. In the Orlando area, not too far from Disney, Universal, all that fun stuff. Mullins is set. 2-1 pitch on the way. There's a fly ball. Hit pretty well. Right field. That ball is down. It's up against the wall. Laureano's turning third. They're going to send him. And he's going to score. The relay got dropped. And that's going to score a run. Mullins is going to go to second with a 1-out double. And the run scores. And it's now 4-1 Orioles. Great job by Cedric Mullins. Hit a ball in the gap. Good relay. It was a good relay by the Tigers, but the relay guy dropped the ball. Laureano scores all the way from first base. 4-1 Birds. That was a ball center. Well, kind of outside, and Mullins was able to turn on it. And I tell you what, if the cutoff man comes up with it, he's got to play at the plate, but he dropped it. Here's Arias. First pitch to him, strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. There's a ground ball at shortstop. He's got to wait on it, throw to first, and plenty of time for the second out. But Mullins moves up to third. Now there are 2 down for Jackson Holiday. I'm sure the manager for the Tigers is going to come out and pull the pitcher. Oddly enough, the Orioles are 2 for 14 now with runners in scoring position. Because even though Mullins got the double, Laureano wasn't in scoring position. He was on first base. So 2 for 14 with runners in scoring position in the game. But the Orioles got a 4-1 lead. 13 hits for the Orioles with only 4 runs. All right, pitching change. Just like I said, I knew they were going to pull this pitcher. They're going to bring in a lefty to face Jackson Holiday. Still 28 likes, gang. Hit that like button. Would love to get, 29. We're 1 away from 30. We got an outside shot. All right, let's do one more look around Major League Baseball and get some scores while we're waiting. End of the 6th inning, Mets with a 4-0 lead over the Nationals. End of the 6th inning, Red Sox 4-3 over the Rays. Bottom of the 4th, 3-2 Twins over the Rangers. Top of the 4th, Yankees 5-0 over the Royals. Top of the 3rd, 3-0 Astros over the White Sox. First inning, 2-0 Giants over the Rockies. Earlier today, again, we said it earlier, Pirates over Marlins 5-2. Phillies over Cubs 7-2. Guardians over the Reds 11-2. Braves over the Brewers 6-2. Blue Jays over the Cardinals 5-2. Diamondbacks over the Mariners 5-2. Angels over the Athletics 6-5. And the Dodgers over the Padres 5-2. So a lot of teams that lost today lost because they only scored 2 runs. I think we got to 30, didn't we? Nope, not yet. Still at 29. There's 30. Woohoo! You guys rock. I knew we'd get there. Good job, everybody. 31 likes. You guys are awesome. Thanks, gang. All right, Jackson Holiday coming to the plate. Looking to give the Oreos a lead. A little bit of insurance would be nice right here. Let's see what he can do. Bo Brisk in the game. First pitch. Swinging a foul. Strike. 0-1. Thanks, everybody, for the likes. Jackson's got a chance to put another run on the board here. Lefty on righty, actually. 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1-1. So, actually, Bo Brisk or Brisky is, he's a righty. Jackson's 1 for 4. Got a single in the 3rd. Use a big hit here. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. Strike on a changeup. 1-2. Gregory Soto's warming now as well, just in case the Orioles get an extra run here. Jackson's down in the count, though. 1-2 pitch on the way. In the dirt. It gets by the catcher. Here comes the runner from third. He's going to score. Mullins scores to make it 5-1. The pitch got by the catcher to the backstop. And Mullins races in from third. 5-1 Birds. And they might sit Bautista down now. That's a pass ball. The catcher just didn't get his glove down. All right, here's Holiday again. 2-2 pitch. Ball in the dirt. 3-2. Good take right there by Jackson. Full count. 3-2 pitch on the way. Line drive off the glove of the pitcher. And that's going to be a base hit for Jackson again. It was a line drive straight up the middle off the pitcher's glove. It goes in between the first and second baseman. And Jackson Holiday beats it out for another single. A hit is a hit, Jackson. Take it, man. Holiday just beats it out, and that's an infield single. Here's Rutschman, 2 for 4 in the game. I'd really like to see Adley get a third hit here. Really like to see him get a third hit. Got his average up to 229. He was batting 189 for a while there. His batting average is up like 40 points. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-0. Now, Rutsch is 2 for 3. He's swinging the bat really well. But I still think if I'm the Orioles here, I'm gonna let Holiday run. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-0. I think I would. I think I'm gonna let him run here. I really would. If he thinks he can get a pitch to go on, I think I'd run him. Rutschman set. 2-0 pitch. Outside. There goes Jackson. Throw to second. He's safe. He throws it into center field, but Jackson does not go. That's exactly right. Put the pressure on the defense. See if you can get the base stolen. He does get another stolen base. And that's the 7th on the year for Jackson Holiday and his 2nd for this game. And it wasn't even close. I'm sorry, the first one for Jackson. 7th on the season, though. And 3-0 count to Rutschman here. I'm letting him swing away if it's close. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So a really good game for Adley Rutschman. Got to give him credit. He's had a really nice game. 2 for 4 with a run scored and a walk. A good game so far for Adley Rutschman. That's going to bring old Gunner to the plate. First pitch. In the dirt. Ball 1. Now that was a nice save. Thelonious, welcome in. Just got in here. How's it going? So far, so good. 5-1 Birds. Gunner's got a chance to put a crooked number up here. He's got back-to-back base hits. He's 2 for 3. Let's see if he can get a hit. Here's the pitch. High. Ball 2. 2-0. So 2-0 count for Gunner. Let's see if he gets a pitch to hit here. Here's the pitch. There it is. Oh, that was his pitch. He swung it and fouled it straight back. That was the pitch to hit right there for Gunner. He got one center cut, and he couldn't handle it. Welcome in, Thelonious. Make sure you hit that like button as you come in, buddy. All right, here's Gunner. 2-1 count on him right here. Here's the pitch. Ball low, 3-1. Ryan O'Hearn, who's 0 for the night, is on deck. Gunner is set. 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. And that's a walk, and that's going to load the bases for Ryan O'Hearn. Here we go, folks. Bases are loaded for Ryan O'Hearn. Oddly enough, with the bases loaded, the Orioles are batting .310 with the bases loaded. Pitching coach coming out talking to the Tigers pitcher. O'Hearn is 0 for 4 in this game with 5 men left on base. He's had his opportunities tonight. Actually, he's left the most men on base. He's left 5 on base. But he's got a chance to make amends right here. Base hit will score too. O'Hearn is set. First pitch. In the dirt. Ball 1. 1-0. One-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Nice pitch right there. He had him way out in front of that pitch. 1-1. That was really nice. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 quickly on Ryan O'Hearn. So O'Hearn is down in count right here. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Fly ball center field. That's down for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Here comes Rutschman. That's going to be the second run. Ryan O'Hearn comes through with the big 2-out. Runner in scoring position hit. He gives the first base coach a hug. And the Orioles, just like that, have finally broken this game open. 7-1 Birds. Ryan O'Hearn is smiling. The Orioles are smiling. I'm smiling. That's a huge hit for Ryan O'Hearn. Talk about getting the monkey off the bat. And the inning still isn't over. That's huge right there. Here's Westberg. First pitch to him inside. Ball 1. So Felix Bautista is going to sit down now. Gregory Soto is going to come in the game. 7-1 Birds. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fly ball, left field, hit pretty well. That ball is gone! It's a home run, a 3-run homer for Jordan Westberg. Holy macaroni. Just inside the foul pole, and the Orioles go up 10-1. What is going on? Are you kidding me? What in the world? Talk about insurance runs. Can you imagine what the score would be right now if they had done anything earlier in the game? Goodness gracious. Jordan Westberg back with the Orioles. Home run yesterday. Home run tonight. Holy cow. 2 for 4. A run scored. 3 RBIs. A walk. And now here's Colton Cowser. Let's see what Cowser can do. Yes, Thelonious. That was a huge hit. Finally, the Orioles' offensive bats break out. Quickly 0-2 on Cowser. Seven runs in the 8th inning. My gracious. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. 1-2. The Orioles haven't scored 7 runs in a game. I know, Richard. Wow, it's right. All right, 1-2 pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball up the line. First, pitcher's got it. Throw to first just in time, and he gets him. That's it, guys. Inning over. Orioles score 7 runs in the inning with the exclamation point by Jordan Westberg with the 3-run homer. Ten to 1 Birds. 16 hits in the game. 4 for 16 with runners in scoring position. It's a little bit better. Yes, Jeannie, some of your luck is running, is definitely. Well, I got a minute. All the dads out there, happy Father's Day this weekend to you. Enjoy your Father's Day weekend. I hope it's a good one. I got to talk to my oldest today. He's going down to New Orleans with his wife for the weekend, so they're not going to be around. He sent me a couple presents. I talked to him today. I'll talk to him Sunday, but I opened his presents to me. That was nice. And I hope you all have a really good Father's Day. I hope all your children give you a call and spend time with you. Because I probably won't. I know I won't spend time with either one of my boys. But as long as I get a call from them, I'll be happy. Because Mason, it lives about 2 hours away. And we're away anyway this weekend. We're going to be at Epic Universe all weekend. And Walter, of course, is going to be in New Orleans. But I'll see both of them for a week in July. They're coming down for a full week. We're all going to spend the week together. And it's going to be fun. All right, Orioles 3 outs away from a win. Headed to the ballpark. Nats versus Marlins. Are you, Jeff? Are you going to the Nationals Marlins game? Really? Where at? In Miami? Are you going to be down here? Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Jeff, explain that to me. You said headed to the ballpark, Nats versus Marlins. Are you coming to D.C. or are you going down to Miami? I'm curious. All right, Riley Green's at the plate. Gregory Soto is in the game. Soto's first pitch to him. Ball 1, high. 1-0. No pressure on Soto here. He just needs to throw strikes. Oh, good. You're going to D.C. Nice ballpark. I actually like the Nationals ballpark. It's in Anacostia. Oh, 1-0 pitch. Strike. 1-1. Anacostia right on the water there. I actually like their ballpark. I think it's really nice. Jeff, you live in D.C.? One pitch. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Jackson's got it. Throw to first. 1 down. Ari Marchetti, welcome in. Are the Orioles going to bat again? No, they're not, Ari. No, they're done. But welcome in. I hope you subscribe. Come back for more. Jeff, where are you at? Are you in Northern Virginia or are you in Maryland? Jeff, you've probably been to the Nats Stadium many times. I like their stadium. I've been 3 times, I think. All right, here's Torkelson. Soto's first pitch to him. Swing and a miss on a slider. Nice. Northern Virginia. Okay, gotcha. Are you in Fairfax? Oh, 1 pitch on the way. There's a strike. 0-2. So I guess since you live where you live, you get Masson, Jeff, and I guess you can watch both the Orioles and the Nationals. Or do you get the MLB extra innings and do you watch your Twins play? I'm curious. So quickly 0-2 on Torkelson. He's 1 for 3. Soto sets. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did go. Strike 3. No, Jeff, no, I agree, but I think the stadium's fine. I enjoyed the games I went to there. I went twice with Walter, my oldest, and then I went with a few of the guys one time. We enjoyed it. We had a good time. Fairfax County. Okay, that's what I thought. I know where. I know the area. I know where you are. All right, here's Perez. First pitch to him is a strike. 0-1. That's 495 right there. Ugh. 0-1 pitch. Here it is. Ground ball. The third baseman. Arias has got it. Throw to first. In time. And the Orioles get the win, folks. A close game became a laugher late. The Orioles win 10-1. Zach Eflin gets the win. Big day for the O's. 10 runs, 16 hits. Zach Eflin pitched great. Deserved the win. He got the win. Great job for the Orioles. Everybody in the Orioles lineup got a hit tonight. Everybody but O'Hearn and Cowser got 2 hits tonight. And the Orioles get the win. Huge win. First off, let me say thank you to everybody that came in tonight and commented and chatted with me. I always like to have folks in here chatting with me. That's always a blast having you all here. So I appreciate that very much. All those that gave us the likes, I appreciate you all giving us the likes. That means a lot as well. For those 2 that actually subscribe to the channel, I appreciate you all subscribing to the channel. It's been a lot of fun tonight. Not a lot that's been going right for the Orioles this year, but tonight it all went right, and they got the well-deserved win, and I'm glad for it. A little frustrating early, but you know what? In the end, they got the job done. All right, guys, again, before we head on out, the Orioles get the win, 10-1, 10 runs, 16 hits, no errors, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for the Detroit Tigers. And I thank you all for being here. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed having you all here. And hey, Robert Moore, welcome in. Scooble tomorrow. Yes. Yep. Not good for the Orioles, for sure. Having Derek Scooble on the mound. Scooble's a good pitcher, man. He's probably going to win the American League Cy Young Award winner again. But anyway, good night for the O's. 10-1 win. All right, gang. Have a great night. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. And I'll talk to you soon. Again, final score, Orioles 10, Tigers 1.